And I'm going to do some sharing today as well. Good morning, everybody. It is the 10th of May, which absolutely frightens me no end that we are already at that stage of the year. And I'm just going to just do this one to start off with. Try and put that out of the way. I don't know if it comes up on the recording or not. So, welcome again, everyone. And I just thought that we've got quite a few new people in the general network. Bjorn is really going crazy with his, not crazy, but he's doing what we all should be doing is sponsoring more people. Um, and we congratulate him on that. So I just hope that if you want to share this video on with anybody or some of the new people who've joined our group might be happy to look at these ideas and tips that I'm giving you today. So we all know what the 3 success habit steps are. Number 1 is use your products. You ain't got no business. Sorry, whoever you are listening, ain't no business if you're not using your products daily. These are daily success habits. It's one of those kind of paradoxical, ironical things that if you do not use, you have no business, which is so different to so much of the other types of businesses out there. A salesman is just selling for somebody else. Somebody uh, um, working in a shop, etc., etc. They don't have to use, but this business requires each individual to use the products and to feel the benefits of the products. And the benefits will come, as we all know, those of us who are here today, on our health side, and secondly, on our wealth side, and which is probably one of the reasons why most of us keep coming to keep working on the skills we need. So number 1 is use, and number 2 is a success habit. Number 2 is here, as you can see on the screen, share the video, share the product and opportunity and how to invite visitors. So when in doubt and not knowing where to go, each one of us must please remember we've got this amazing resource of the on our back office called resources. And under this resources section, you have resource library. Now, what I was looking for originally when I was preparing for this session was I thought you would find what I was looking for on what they call the winning windows section. So there's a winning windows. So the back office all divided into nice little sections, and if you use the search on the side, left side, it's pretty good at finding what you want. Otherwise, you just keep scrolling. Anyway, there is a bit of information on the Winning Wednesdays. They do Winning Wednesdays every now and then, and there's some fantastic resources there for sending out to people with short pages on products like Super 10, LDC, and K. However, I found what I was looking for today on the video section, if you have a look here, and they are called it's the Getting Started Launchpad. These videos were put together in 2023. There's a whole section of them on when you're getting a new person or you're wanting to get yourself up and running again. Please go in there and start watching them. And we're going to be looking today at this one. You can see this is what I copied off. Success habit number 2, share the products and the opportunity and how to invite prospects, which I think remains one of the biggest challenges for all of us. Okay, so I'm going to turn off that share. So that gives you what's going on there on the back office in terms of where to look for things under resources. So let's have a look today then at our success habit number 2. So now the theory is, people, that these are just skills that any Joe Soap can learn. And I have no doubt in my head that this is possible if people have got enough motivation to do it. All right, so I'm just going to be very, very clever now. If I can find my Zoom again. There we go. And I'm going to share with you a small little PowerPoint that I quickly put together for this morning. And I can do this with the PowerPoint, I believe. So I look for the little knobby that you push. It'll make it go all big. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Is it this one?
Just do an F5.
Virtual touchpad. What did you say, Rob?
F5.
F5. Is that at the top? Do I
Yeah.
push an F and a 5? Or is it
No,
F5 at the
just
top?
push the F5. Should work.
Push the F5.
Yeah.
Nah, not working.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Just hold on a sec. I'm just going to do this again. I'm going to just quickly do this and see if this will make a difference. Just give me it's only through practice that we all get better. And that is also the message you need to get into your heads for let's see if that'll work, for the habits that we are looking at and need to grow in order to build our businesses. I'm just fiddling with it a start bit, and I'm going back to Zoom. Okay, come on, Zoom. And I'm going to share again, and let's see what happens this time. Right. Okay, well, it was an effort to try and make it a bit better. I don't think it has. I'm sort of going to move this thing over there, and it's sort of a bit lopsided on one side, but that's too bad.
Yeah,
Rob,
now if you
don't get
push,
frustrated with me.
yeah,
Sorry?
now if you push F5, it'll work.
Do you think so?
Yeah, just push
There are
it.
two
Wait.
F5s on here. Oh, what do you know? Thanks. All right. So we go to the top of let me go to the top. All right. So if we are going to activate and learn how to do this skill of inviting people, the first thing is that we need to be aware that people have got needs. I sometimes think that I can see what your need is before you can see it, but that doesn't help in the situation. Because if I can see that you are really desperately needing to take a vitamin B to get your nerves back into good position, you don't know that. So I can't go out there and tell anybody what they need. So, but we need to be aware that there are two types of needs that people have. And the first one in the light orange block would be probably in the health and wellness area. It could also be for the home care products. It could be so we have an amazing range of products. And what do you need? And so people are always coming to me with their needs. And I love that. But we also have the job, and this is the skill we need to develop, is to invite people, but to do it in a way which is kind, polite, not aggressive, and is hopefully answering this question as to what they need. So on the left side, I would probably suggest the needs to do with health. And the second, on the other side, do people have needs to do with wealth as against health? So how would you go about this? Who do you talk to? That's the next question. And I've heard people on this group often ask that. Who do I talk to? So you should be constantly building a name list, constantly building a name list. And as you're building your name list, some of those people you'll never ever contact. You might meet them on the road. You might meet them in a shop. You may work with them, and you take note of right names and numbers. And when the opportunity comes, you are aware that they may have a need. So, for example, somebody might be really sweating with how the hell am I going to pay for my kids' university next year? It may be at the school fee level. It may then go down to the level of just buying the child shoes. On the health side, there's somebody who's constantly complaining at this time of the year in particular about sinus. There's somebody who's got aches and pains. They've got arthritis. Mumble all the time about health issues. So how then do we speak to them? So this is the skill. So let's see what my next slide says. Trying to remember how I go to the next slide now.
Just
Do
push
I go
the
enter? What do I do?
page down.
Push. I go page down before I make the whole thing disappear. There we go. Well done, Monica. Okay. So then if you have a look, so I've mentioned to you, you've got your needs would be on the product or the opportunity side. Okay. So I think that's pretty obvious. So then we have what we call, thank you, Drew McDermott and Neolife, the inviting power question. And I'm shocked at myself because I know this stuff and I keep forgetting it. So it works. I promise you, this question works. So you need to write it down. Then look at this, go back and look at this little video after the meeting. But just get this into your head. If I could, would you? Oh, Mary Jane, hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. I heard you talking about your child having grommets for the third time. If I could show you a product, or if I could show you something, so you've got to find the words that'll work for you, which I think might help with your child's health challenge. Would you be interested in listening to a video, watching listening to a podcast, going to a website, attending a meeting? So you would tailor the answer that you are offering to whatever the situation you have, solution you can provide for that person. Am I making, is this clear? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, so identify people from your name list that have a need for our product or our opportunity. Then, after you have done that and invited them, send them something off the back office, a recent YouTube, something that would be of interest to them. Then the third step is follow up. Follow up. And I think this is one of the biggest weaknesses that I sometimes want to kick myself for all the opportunities that I have lost because I didn't follow up with people. And your key question here, which you also have to memorize. So you don't go and say, you don't ask the person, did you like what I said? And you don't say to them, did you like it? You don't use did. The word you use is, what did you like best? Because if you ask, did you like it? They can say yes, no. And you don't give them the opportunity to tell you what they liked best or what they didn't like best. There's a terrible noise outside. I hope it's not interfering with this. Does that make sense? So you give them, you're not an open-ended question. You give them a very specific question. What did you like best? Now, often they say, oh, I haven't watched it. Then you would say, oh, okay, no stress. Don't worry about that. When can I phone you again, or when can I make an appointment to check to see what you liked best? So then they've also got the idea in their head that they're looking at it from terms of, do I like this or don't I like it? And they have every freedom to say, no, I hate the idea, or wow, that's what I want to do. And so just to quickly finish off then on the PowerPoint, pro tip. For people like me, which is very hard to get into my head at times, perfection is not what attracts people to your business. So what is it that attracts people to your business? It's you yourself, your ability to just show caring, your ability to just ask the question, your ability to be just someone in your world actually likes you and trusts you, and therefore are willing to take a look. And so we are encouraged to be brave. Okay, so we will put this little PowerPoint up, and then I just want to share with you the actual 3-minute video, and that's what's so nice about this back office stuff, that we can get all our information off. And I hope I can find it without too much drama. Okay. So, okay, I want to stop that one. Sorry. Let me just show my my amazing skills. Okay, let's see if that'll help me if I've done that. And let's go back to Zoom. And I go here and it's share. And it's I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Let's try this one. You are screen sharing. And it's that. It's an image display, so no, that's not what I want. So we'll stop the share again, and I will just have I just need, the thing is, when you're doing this sharing, everybody, you need to be have it sort of ready behind your Zoom. So when I go on to share, I can pick it up straight away, and there it is. I found it this time. So let's see if I can make it work. And you've got 3 minutes now of our lovely, amazing Vice President of everything and everything, Drew McDermott. I hope you can hear this. Is it loud enough?
Sharing your product and opportunity will help you sponsor new distributors into your team every month. This activity is the lifeblood of your business. Developing these skills to effectively invite people to take a look at your product and your opportunity is a skill that you will need to develop. In this video, we will teach you how to invite a warm prospect from your name list. Step 1, start by identifying the people on your list that have a need for your product or for your opportunity. A need could be anything from wanting better health, needing more energy, a desire to lose weight, a need for more money, a need to educate their children, a need to get out of debt, or maybe just a desire to travel, have a better lifestyle, or to become an entrepreneur. Step 2, invite them to take a look at the near life solution that speaks to those needs. Use the inviting power question. If I, would you? If I could show you a solution to that challenge, would you take a look? If I could show you a way to achieve that goal, would you take a look? Using the if I, would you power question, you can tailor-make the invite to the need of your prospect. Here are some examples. Hi, Jane, it's Drew speaking. Jane, I'm calling for a specific reason. The other day in conversation, you mentioned that your daughter really wants to study medicine. Financially, you said that that was going to be a problem. I think I have a solution to that challenge. If I invited you as my guest to an opportunity presentation this Saturday, would you join me? Hi, John. It's Drew speaking. John, I'm calling for a specific reason. The other day you mentioned your low energy levels and how it was affecting your work and your family life. John, I really believe I have the perfect solution to this challenge. If I sent you a short video that will give you more information, would you take a look? In both of those examples, I did two things. I highlighted their need, and then I invited them to take a look at a solution using the if I, would you power question. Here's a pro tip. Don't try and explain everything in the invitation. Rather point them to the information you'll send them or the meeting that you're inviting them to, as this is where they'll get all the information they need. Step 3, follow up. Make sure to check in with them within a few days of inviting them using a powerful follow-up question. What did you like best? If you sent them information to read or a video to watch, this is how you'd follow up. Hi, John. Did you get a chance to watch that video I sent you? I'd love to hear what you like best. And it's no different if they attended a Zoom or a physical presentation. You would simply ask them the power follow-up question. Now that you have all the information, I'd love to hear what you like best. In your Getting Started guide, there are handy scripts and examples of how to invite cold prospects, people who are not on your name list, and people that you meet along the way. Read those and use them as a guide, but always remember that perfection is not what attracts people to you or your business. Being you is what attracts and sells. So be natural and be yourself. Step out of your comfort zone and be your best, brave, bold, and brilliant self.
Magic.
Thank you, Drew McDermott. We do love you. You're amazing. And I think I summarized it for you in that little PowerPoint, but there's nothing clearer than hearing someone like Drew explain it. And that was 3.5 minutes, literally. So please, if you are battling with this whole area of habit number 2, please go back and watch that video over and over and get hold of your Getting Started book, because in there are the scripts and everything else that you need for getting started. I'm going to end this video now, but the rest of you don't go away. I'm going to end the recording. Thank you so much for joining us and being with us here today.
Yeah, so I stopped the recording.
Thank you.